Welcome to the QB Film Room, where today we're going to take an in-depth look at USC quarterback Sam Darnold in a game against UC Boulder from 2017. So Sam Darnold was a 2-year starter for the Trojans, who threw for over 7,000 yards, 57 touchdowns, over 27 starts, and really showed high-level glimpses of elite quarterback play. So right there, we see Darnold's natural ability, to spin the football on the move. So when he makes the decision to get it out, he can do it in short order, and he's got a natural release. Very similar to Patrick Mahomes in that regard, in terms of his great ability to throw the football on the run and to throw it with great placement. Okay, so SC, as we've gone through the tape, many times their offensive system did not put Darnold in elite positions to be successful. Okay, some of their concepts, wide receiver spacing, those types of things were a bit off. Now Darnold played predominantly in the shotgun. Okay, so there were a lot of times where he was seeing gray in terms of where to go with the football, and he had to make something out of nothing and revert to that sandlot nature. Also, like Patrick Mahomes, Darnold was a great high school basketball player. So perhaps some of those basketball instincts carried over to the football field, and maybe that's the reason why he was the playmaker that he's been and should continue to be. Right here, he throws the deep comeback, 18 to 16 yards, eye manipulation to the middle of the field, and then he's pulling the trigger from the opposite hash. Many people have said that perhaps his arm strength isn't, above average to elite, okay? And there's really no denying that. But he throws with great touch. Right here, leads his receiver down the field, tight coverage. But he can definitely, and he has shown the ability to make high-level throws down the field, dating back to that Rose Bowl performance of 2 years ago. Right there, he tries to make something out of nothing, as he did quite often throughout his time at SC. He's a young guy. He's mature, though, and he seems to have the right attitude, so I don't think there's going to be any intangible issues with him as he translates. Mechanically speaking, he does have a tendency to flail his front shoulder out a little bit soon, which leads to maybe some inaccuracy at times. But right there, he throws the over above the undercoverage defender. Obviously pre-snap, that's probably his primary, but just a great throw there. Just a absolutely great throw. And that's a recurring theme, his ability to throw guys open down the field. Now right there, he makes the correct read in the red zone, a little bit behind him. Perhaps a mechanical issue caused that, maybe a feet issue. So, from a footwork perspective, he's not ideal. He has some work that needs to be done from a pure footwork perspective, mechanical perspective. So when we compare him to, say, a Pat Mahomes from last year, even though Mahomes played sandlot a lot, he had elite feet, elite footwork fundamentals. Right there, he throws the back shoulder fade. In the red zone, touch, timing, and anticipation, staples of Sam Darnold's game. Then also the ability to get it out in quick order. So a lot of positives for Darnold right there. He's going back shoulder. An excellent throw. Right here he goes back shoulder once again. Right over the cornerback's head. So those are the types of throws that take a lot of confidence to be able to pull the trigger and then to also be accurate. So obviously a guy who's shown the ability to be pinpoint accurate. Right here, he's going to try to throw his guy open to green grass, tight coverage down the field. So, Sam stands about 6'4", a big kid. 6'4", about 225, 230. So he's going to be able to withstand the rigors of the National Football League game. It's just going to come down to, maybe he needs to clean up some things just a little bit. But right here, we're going to rewind this throw because this was the proverbial NFL throw. Eye manipulation. We have an at the snap safety rotation that Sam Darnold recognizes. And obviously he feels the void for his seam route post snap, but he still manipulates with his eyes, and then he comes back and he flicks his wrist and spins it, 35 plus down the field with velocity. So if there's arm strength questions, I'm not really sure if those are legitimate, because right here, he's fitting that thing into tight quarters. So he's a guy who will be interesting to evaluate as the process unfolds. Obviously he's going to head to the combine. He's going to have an opportunity to showcase his skills there a little bit, but right here shows the ability to take off and run. So whoever gets this kid, they may have to mold him a little bit, but the raw materials are certainly there, and he's going to be a fun guy to follow.